Welcome to Obscure Depths, the final regular season edition, Week 17, ATS against the spread. Well, I did good. Recovered last week to go 11-5. Thanks much in part to my wizard co-host last week, Tim, the ATS wizard. I want to thank him very much for righting this ship. I believe I will finish over 500 this year unless I go 1-15 this week. So I think I can do that. Let's get into it. Baltimore at Cincinnati. Both teams going to the playoffs. Um, it's a tough call. Cincy is a 3.5 point underdog. Excuse me, Cincy's a 3.5 point favorite in this game. Not crazy about that little half-point hook, so I'm going to take Baltimore. But I still think Cincy's going to win this game on the last-second field goal. So, like I said, not crazy about the half-point hook. So I'm going to take Baltimore plus 3.5. Atlanta hosting Tampa Bay. The Falcons are a 7.5 point favorite at home. It is now clear after last week's home loss to St. Louis that Tampa Bay has just given up on their season. I don't think this is a cakewalk for Atlanta, but I think they probably win it by 10 points. They pull away in the second half, so I'm going to take Atlanta minus 7.5. Not crazy about it, but I'm taking Atlanta minus 7.5. Houston at Indianapolis. The Colts are 4.5 point dogs in this game, and I love it. Pagano should be back. These boys are going to rally. I think the Colts win this game. I mean, I'm 4.5 point dogs at home. Come on, gotta love the home team dog. Houston has hit a rough patch, and they need to recover soon. Otherwise, they're not going anywhere. Philadelphia at the Giants. Michael Vick will start. Nick Foles to the IR. Eli Manning needs to have his boys rally and win this game. They are 9.5 point favorites in this game. That is a crazy, crazy spread. Sorry, I really needed that. But anyway, 9.5 points. I think the Eagles will stay within 9, so I'm going to take Philly plus 9.5. Not wild about it. Who knows, though? Week 17 is a hard week to pick. It's like week 1. You never know what's going to happen. The New York Football Jets at Buffalo. Buffalo 3.5 point favorites at home. Again with the hook. They're gonna clobber the Jets in this game. I love that. I think I'd love it if it was 5.5. So I'm gonna take Buffalo minus 5.5. Buffalo minus 3.5. Who knows what the Jets are going to put on the field? Who knows what's going to happen with that team this offseason? This team is in disarray. So, yeah, no confidence in the Jets. Interesting matchup here. Jacksonville at Tennessee. Tennessee is early 4.5 point favorites in this game. You know, this could be a who cares game, just like the Jets-Buffalo game was, I guess I'd say. But, gosh, this could be a really good game. I mean, if you just like watching a really good football game, this could be your game. I honestly think it could be. So, that being said, I think Jacksonville is going to hang in this game. So I'm going to take Jacksonville plus the 4.5 at Tennessee. Cleveland at Pittsburgh. Cleveland has got some quarterback issues. Pittsburgh is mad. That's a bad sign for Cleveland Browns fans all around. So the Steelers are 3.5 point favorites at home in this game. I'm going to take it. I'm going to take Pittsburgh minus the 3.5. And we'll move on from there. Carolina at New Orleans. New Orleans is 4.5 point favorites at home in this game. This could be another good game. Both these teams aren't going anywhere. I like Carolina. I'm going to take Carolina in this game. I think New Orleans defense is going to have some issues stopping Cam Newton, so I'm going to take Carolina plus 4.5. Chicago at Detroit. Chicago needs to win this game. I just don't know if they can. I think Detroit is gonna beat them. I'm gonna take Detroit plus 3.5. They're home dogs in this game. That Chicago offense is not that great. The Lions defense has just been all over the place this year. That being said, when you give me a home team dog in a division game like this, the Lions have nothing to play for but to spoil Chicago's season, and I think they're going to do it. St. Louis at Seattle. Seattle, 10.5 point favorites in this game. Seattle's in the playoffs, but any more wins will help them maybe get a home game. This team needs to get a home game in the playoffs. But 10.5 points. Okay, I'll take it. I'll take the 10.5. I'll take Seattle minus 10.5. I just can't bet against them right now. That team is hot, and they're hot. Oof, Arizona at San Francisco. San Francisco, 15.5 point favorites in this game. Oh, I think I was 1-for-1 last week with the big spreads. That's a terribly huge spread. Arizona, yeah, I just can't do it. I'm going to take San Fran minus the 15.5. Not crazy at all about it, but I'm going to do it. Oakland at San Diego. San Diego is 7.5 point favorites in this game. Wow. Yeah, I guess San Diego minus 7.5. Oakland can't do a damn thing right now, and they are petering out. So San Diego minus 7.5. These are some tough games. I hate Week 17. But anyway, Kansas City at Denver. Denver, 16.5 point favorites in this game. Why? Why isn't it just 17.5? What's wrong with that, huh? 16.5 points? Let's make it 17.5, huh? Why not? Kansas City's going to hang in this game. I'm going to take Kansas City plus 16.5. I don't know why. I don't even know who's starting at quarterback for Kansas City. But I hate that huge spread, and I already took one, so I already took 2 double-digit spreads earlier, so I'm not going to take another one. I just can't do it. Green Bay at Minnesota. Minnesota is 3.5 point underdogs in this game. Gosh, you gotta love the Vikings in this game. They need to win, and they're in, I think is how it goes. Yeah, Minnesota plus 3.5. Yeah, I think Green Bay is gonna have a rude awakening this game. I think Minnesota is gonna be pumped. That place is going to be loud. That is, I'm from the Minnesota area, so living in South Dakota, technically from the Minnesota area. People don't realize how loud that dome is. I know Aaron Rodgers has played there before, but that is a huge advantage. It's not quite Seattle, but it is a huge home field advantage in Minnesota. Miami at New England. Another 10.5 point spread. Okay, well, not crazy about it, but I think New England wants to win one more game this year just to prove that they are legit, and I think they're going to roll Miami. I think it's going to be somewhat of an close game early, but I think New England is going to go home and beat Miami pretty good. Take New England minus 10.5. Dallas at Washington. This is the Sunday night game, the last game of the regular season. Tony Romo versus RG3. Are you ready for it? Winner's in, the loser goes home. I don't know, something like that. But anyway, you gotta love RG3 in this game. Washington is 3.5 point favorites in this game. But anytime the Cowboys need to win a game, they don't. So that's all I'm gonna say about that. RG3. I'm gonna take RG3 minus 3.5, and that is it. This has been Obscure Depths. We are a division of Metal Fraker Productions. That's METALFRAKER. You can find us on Facebook. We'll remind you to watch my other podcast, Talking Movies. I got a whole panel of movie dorks that just blabber on, including myself. I want to also remind you to watch my friends the Sodak Humpcast. I will probably make an appearance on there sometime in the next month, but the Sodak Humpcast, you can also find them on Facebook. They're funny. They got some stuff to say, so check them out. Thank you. If you've watched me throughout this year, this is the first year ever I've picked every single NFL game against the spread, so hopefully I can finish the year above 500. Hopefully those picks weren't a 1 in 15 week. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great weekend. A late Merry Christmas and a happy birthday to me come Sunday, final week of the season. Thank you.